welcome back to another gameplay of The Sinking City. Sorry I haven't been recording for a few days. I've been kind of busy. I do have a normal work schedule, but let's get back to it where we left off. So far the game has been really cool. I really enjoy it. The effects on there is really amazing. I had to change a few settings just to make sure that I got the HDR function there, so that way the quality is so good for you. Speaking of scary stuff, I finally saw Annabelle Comes Home, and I recommend to everyone to go watch it. It's really good. Normally I don't get scared, but scary things don't tend to get to me, but this movie did. So I highly recommend anyone to go see that movie if you're into the whole Conjuring universe. Any minute now, loading at 80%. I feel like I'm at Disneyland, easier back to 80 fathoms. Alright gang, here we go. So, where did I leave off? Should be the bar, if I'm not mistaken. Which is right... But look at this though. The graphics are absolutely amazing with the HDR content. Got my pistol ready. Bang bang. Oh, speaking of which, I totally forgot about this. You can actually make bullets if you get the right materials. But knowing me, I'm gonna make healing kits. Yeah, look at the lighting out of this thing. Absolutely amazing. Melee if you have to. So we're going to the bar. Like I said, this sounds so much like Cowboy Bebop.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
I think I will.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Flynn lives!
Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Bye.
Speaking of the bartender, when he says drock, usually means the F word, so that's my guesstimation.
What the? Get them! Oh!
Oh, I would.
Don't do it, sir. I've suffered enough already.
Okay, we can't break stuff. Let's break the windows. Doesn't work either. Sorry, gang. I'm just trying to try something.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender.
It's a
It
trap.
was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
Love
I
that
got
movie.
nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. Well, that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
Damn dirty ape. But yes, this character looks like Admiral Akbar. It's like it's a trap. Let's ask him why he killed Albert and why.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
He was right. Okay, the one thing about this game is a lot of storytelling is very story-driven, so that's why the gameplay has always seemed kind of long, but I hope you guys enjoy it. You know, also my commentary, it's always funny, but this guy looks like he hasn't slept in days.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Want to spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Because you're a fish, and that's the way he likes it. Uh-huh.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
Those damn dirty apes.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
What do you think, guys? Kill him? Think about it. Kill him? I won't tell him.
Tell him. Everyone seems to agree there's been an outbreak of madness around these parts. I'm inclined to believe you fell victim to it too. Plus, it seems heartless to tear apart a family after what you've been through already.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Reed. Thank you.
That said, the port's still closed. What will you do?
Hide here, I guess. Don't have a choice. The streets are flooded with police.
I'll make something up to tell Throgmorton. Leave as soon as you can.
Thank you again, sir. I won't forget this.
He sure can't forget about this. Naughty, naughty girl.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Probably should have clipped him when I had a chance. But, you know, we can't kill Fishhead there.
You want a drink?
You want me to sell me death sticks?
Ugh, I'll miss the Carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Cause we only just begun to live. Just kidding. Let's go back to this ape.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures. And they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I like that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true.
It's true.
No, no, no. I don't believe it.
Believe it!
No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. And they tore him apart. There was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kate, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't. But I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
Kind of tough decision between the two, but it's more
I'm
about
looking into
insanity.
an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, sleeping giants, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
Do you think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr.
It
Reed,
does.
I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Thanks, John Hammond of Throgmorton. I'll show you. I'll show you. Let's talk about payments.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets
like Fallout.
mean more than bills.
Hook, line, and sinker. And we just completed our first complete case. Yay! I guess we can go on the boat? on a technicality, I have to go through the city port. Which is probably here. Visions. America. Okay, not creepy at all. Being eaten alive by Cthulhu. So, lost at sea, Robert Throgmorton funded an expedition to discover the origins of the mass hysteria gripping Oakmont. The expedition was explored the seabed near Oakmont. Contact with the expedition was soon lost. Albert Throgmorton was only known survivor. He subsequently, I can say it, was hard to find any expedition members dead or alive. Throgmorton will be waiting for my report in his manor in southern Oak Grove. And here we go. I do enjoy that shot. Just pointing. You can put it down.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
Oh, his dog tag. All that we see or seem, just a dream within a dream. Sounds like a Willy Wonka nightmare.
Never again, they say.
Exactly what I just said. No way, I can actually change. Yeah, this is much better. A crumpled letter? Ooh, I love the sound of that. Apparently keep it down for the noisy neighbors. As I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll pay you for any scratches you leave. Sincerely, your landlord. Ha ha ha. So let's find out where we're going. We're going between Coverside and Crossroad. So it's somewhere around here. We're going on the boat.
Finally, you're awake.
Finally.
Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Let's ask him what noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
Just to let you know, gang, it's super freaking hot in Southern California. I do enjoy those side cases, but not a good time. Oh. Oh my god. This is what I've been looking for. To the boat! So apparently I'm an idiot. You gotta push left stick up just to go on the boat. Okay, apparently I got turned around. That's a crazy ass fish looking thing. Oh my god, I'm so lost. Sorry. It's one of those things where you gotta find the location where you're going and you're like, yeah. Hopefully I'm going the right direction. Let's just do the Lost Expedition mission. so far. Hope you guys are enjoying this gameplay I'm making. I already did part 2 already. If you haven't seen part 1, you should totally watch it and go from there. That's pretty cool that you can just dock it the way it is. There we go. That's where I want to go. Back to the boats. Yes, the boats. It's like a scene out of Indiana Jones. Which driving kind of sucks. Here we go. So in a way I was kind of going the right direction, I just kind of got lost. Like I said, handling this boat is like driving a racing car. Cyclops too. I'm sure you can upgrade the motor. I would think. Okay, that's not creepy at all. And I heard something in the water. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, I need to run. Get the fuck out of this bitch. Like, literally get out of this bitch. That scared the shit out of me. Come on. Ah! 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 Yeah, I'm dead. Killed by these little face huggers. Oh, that sucks. Sorry about the sirens. I do live in a weird area where crap happens all the time. So it's similar to Resident Evil where you don't have to attack all of them and you can kind of evade and dodge, but when you're trying to get to a location mission, you kind of need to pay attention to the little details. So just a little tidbit. Okay, let's try this again. Without dying. I have to say the environment in here is absolutely amazing. Let's see where we're going. Are we getting close? Yeah, we're getting close. Yeah, there's a boat. Alright, gang, so I'm going to leave it here. Go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you for the next recording for part 3 when we go into the actual Lost Expedition one, and catch you all later.